In another Meta update, Facebook is once again taking a page out of Google's playbook, and this time it may help you uncover some unforeseen or unnoticed optimizations on your end. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, so if you saw my video from a few weeks ago, I talked about Meta's new site link feature. If you missed that one, you can go ahead and check it out right here. It actually is a really cool feature, and we have been getting some good success with that, so I actually very much encourage you to go check that one out. And I mentioned in that video that they took that playbook right from Google. Google has had site links for a very long time for their ads, and now they're doing something else that Google has also had for a very long time, and that is an optimization score for your account with recommendations on what changes you can make in order to get better results. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll go take a look at where this is. All right, so here we are inside of an ad account. Where you want to go is that once you're in here, you want to hover over here and click on account overview, and then bada bing, bada boom, here it is. So there's the opportunity score. Right here we have 90 points out of 100, which is a good optimization score or opportunity score, meaning we are taking advantage of most of the opportunities we have available to us to get the best kind of results. So that in and of itself just gives you a very quick gauge in terms of where things stand. Now, if you have a lower score, does that mean that the sky is falling and you're losing tons of money? No, not necessarily, because I don't think all of the recommendations they make here are good. So we'll dive into those details a little bit more in just a bit. So below the opportunity score are the actual recommendations. Let me go ahead and click on see more recommendations so we can see all three of them. So here it's saying scale your high-performing ad sets and campaigns, get additional conversions reported, and combine 3 similar ad sets impacted by fragmentation. So here we already see on the very first one, scale your high-performing ad sets and campaigns. So this is very typical of both Meta and Google when they give you these types of recommendations. And this is why I want you to be careful with these, because they are always interested in getting more money out of you. So it may seem like they have your best interest in mind, but they have the best interest of their bank account in mind. So here it's telling me, hey, guess what? If you spend more, you're gonna get more leads, which yes, that is true. There's no denying that. But at a certain point, right, when you start scaling, typically your lead costs go up, which means your profitability goes down. And so as a business, you kind of figure out, okay, what's the sweet spot in terms of how much I can spend and how much I can get back. And if you already at that threshold, there's no point for you to increase your budget despite what they might be saying here. All right, and then some of these other ones right here. So it says they're encouraging us to use the FB click ID for leads, and that other accounts saw a 63% median increase in their existing additional conversions reported. So here actually this is talking about an issue with the Conversions API. We do have the Conversions API set up, so I actually was not aware that there was a potential issue going on here. So this is a good alert. Now I'm going to go and investigate and make sure that the API is fully set up. By the way, if you want to know how to set up the Conversions API, you can go ahead and check out the video in the corner right now. And then last one, combine 3 similar ad sets impacted by fragmentation. 3 of your ad sets have similar objectives and creatives but different audiences. This may mean your ad sets get fewer leads than if you combine ad sets. So this is another one where I think this is a bad recommendation, because this is what I want to be doing. I want to be separating my audiences using the same creatives and assets and figure out which audience works best, and then I'm going to scale that one up, and then I'll turn the other ones off. So it's very intentional the way we set up our campaigns here, but in their AI automation right here, it's saying, oh no, that's really bad. You want to just combine everything into a single campaign and ad set, which I think is actually a very poor idea. So always take these recommendations with a grain of salt. Here we have 3. I think one of them is really good. It brought something to my attention that I was not aware of, and the other 2 are pretty lousy in my opinion. Now, one thing that you absolutely want to be careful with here is that there is an option over here to automate your adjustments, meaning any recommendation that they give you right here, they will automatically apply that to your account. Do not do that under any circumstance. You always want to manually review these, because you as the business owner are going to know what is actually best for your account. So going back to this first recommendation here, right, scale your high performing ad sets and campaigns. If you already know that as a business, my sweet spot is spending 10K a month, and that's like where I'm most profitable, most happy, etc., etc. Well, if you automate your recommendations and then the next day you're spending, way more, double of what you're used to spending, you're not going to be very happy. You're going to be losing money, and so that's why you definitely don't want to be doing this right here. Again, you are the business owner, so I always encourage you to have the most and full control for your account, because you know what is best, not some sort of AI automation right here. So use this as a suggestion, right? That's all they are. Look at them. If you like them, go ahead and apply them. If you don't like them, then don't apply them. All right, the other thing I want to bring to your attention here too is that there's actually another area where you can kind of, utilize these recommendations. It's actually back at the campaign level, and then you'll see over here under the actions column, here's where we can start collecting those points. So if you recall, we're at 90 points right now, and they're trying to get us all the way up to 100. And so we can see here that here are 5 of the available points that we have to us, 4 from this one and 1 right here. And if we hover over it, it tells us what is the specific recommendation that it's giving us right there. So, on the other page, it seemed maybe a little bit abstract in terms of like, okay, I know it's saying this, but I don't really know what campaign. It makes it all very clear when you come over here and you hover over what they're saying right here, and then you can tie everything together in terms of the recommendations and the campaigns that those would apply to. Now, as with all Meta updates, it's always a slow rollout. So if you're not seeing this in your account just yet, don't worry, it will be in your account in the very near future. So look out for it. I think it is an interesting feature. Again, I certainly don't abide by these like they're gospel, because some of the recommendations will be really bad, but others are going to be very good. So hop in there at least once a week, do it as a routine, maybe Mondays or Fridays, beginning, end of the week, and see what they're saying. That way your ads can always be as optimized as possible. So I hope you found this video and this update from Meta to be useful. If you have any questions about any of this, as always, just let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.